It doesn't matter if you're at MPE or if you're sitting at home or you're at the office. With MPE Live, our goal is to make sure that you are informed. You could be here, of course, with us, but if you're not, what we're going to do is we're going to have as many interviews as possible to give you great insights into what's happening within the industry. From merchants, acquirers, issuers, to payments providers all across the European landscape. What we'll try to do is to get you the best insights possible. My name is Dwayne Gefferie, and I'm the host of MPE Live TV. Welcome to MPE Live TV. I'm here today joined by Robert Kraal, CEO, founder of Silverflow. This whole week has been about transformation.
Yes.
My big thesis is, are you being transformed or are you the one doing the transformation?
No, I think we're definitely the ones doing the transformation. We're rebuilding, acquiring from the lowest layer, the bottom of the stack, so to say, to provide all the layers that build on top of it to do the transformation.
Fantastic. And I think this is, of course, a very merchant-driven conference, right? But you still have a great presence here. So what is the message that you're trying to give to merchants about acquiring and how they can take much more charge?
Yeah, what we see that many merchants, they have built actually their own payment capabilities to a large degree in-house. I think quick system, reconciliation, chargebacks, etc. And yet they're buying this from a big layer of a big stack of different layers. And what we're saying is reduce that stack. Don't have 4 or 5 different companies between yourself and the card networks. Just have a direct technical connection to the card networks in combination with your preferred bank of your own choice.
Fantastic. And look, you're expanding. It's not just Europe. You're going into the US. You're going to other regions and stuff. What excites you most at this moment of the process that you're currently now seeing in acquiring?
Well, we expect that there will be a big transformation, particularly in the US. So we really double down on expansion to the US with people, with technology, etc. On the other side, it's also exciting to see, for instance, that we're running a project in India at this moment, and where other companies, they took 2-3 years to get some basic functionality working in India. We probably need around 2-3 months or so just to get everything up and running. So the whole thesis of our system, the basis of our system, rapid global expansion, is actually working.
Fantastic. And of course, acquiring, it's been 30, 40 years that a lot of companies have built great technology stacks on it. But we're now in the age of AI, agentic, all of those different things. Where do you think that the modern acquiring engine or the processing engine that you've built comes into play and really shines through compared to a lot of the legacy systems that are out there?
Yeah, I think that by the time that those legacy systems were originally designed, the whole quest around data was not really there. So they did save data as long as they need it, delete it after when they don't need it anymore. And if you're looking now at how the world is changing when it comes to AI and stuff like that, essentially it's a data analysis game. So more data gives you more insight in a lot of different processes, whether it's conversion or risk or financial reconciliation or fees, etc. So we are really helping our companies with the base foundation. We build a lot of tools on top of it ourselves as well. But we also know that many of our companies are using that data for their own different models, so whether it's AI or other models. That for us it's interesting, but they build that functionality mostly themselves on top of it.
Fantastic. Look, we're here at MPE, of course. What is the most exciting insight or conversation that you have that you believe that a lot of people should know about?
I think one of the hot topics is definitely agentic, and there's sort of mix between enthusiasm, yes, this can be great, and also questions about, but how can we make it great? And I think that is a very interesting discussion that we have here, what I hear a lot.
Fantastic. And then probably my last question then, we've talked about agentic, we've talked about acquiring. There's also another topic, payment sovereignty. We see other companies, of course, trying to really capture market share, really establish alternative payment methods. What is your view on that?
Well, it's a demand from the market, and so the market is asking for that. We have designed a platform as a cloud-native platform, so in essence we can put it in pretty much any country, but you can still argue and say who owns the cloud itself. We're mostly dealing with Visa, MasterCard, American Express, etc. So yeah, they already are international and have a bias to a certain country. But on the other side, we're also investing more and more in the domestic payment network. So we have Bank of Domestic Cash up and running in Belgium, for instance. We have a few other ones that are currently in the pipeline to be built. So we're also doubling down on supporting, let's say, banks within the country with their domestic card payments. We focus on card payments. So,
Fantastic.
Well, thank you very much for joining us here at MPE Live 2026 and looking forward to seeing you again.
Thank you.